don't know how to make this so you can see it. Um, I mean, the one of Mother Teresa, the one of Saint Lonnie Francois de Sales, Saint Rita of Cassia icon, um, Saint Joan of Arc, uh, Saint Jean de Chantal, Saint Monica. Saint Monica one looks all right. Saint Barbara looks all right. Saint Catherine of Alexandria, that looks all right. But check out the one of the one of Saint Lonnie Abbot icon and the one of Saint Teresa of Calcutta icon. Honestly, and on the women's page that I put. Now, if you haven't seen the video, monastery icon proof, monastery icons is an ashram. It's a Hindu ashram proof. Look at the icons. They're not two-dimensional. The reason why we have icons, why we write icons the way we do, and why is there not an icon within reach? Shoot. All right. I'm embarrassed of these, but there's one of Saint Simon the Zealot. Here, this one's totally unfinished too. Let me wait. Oh wait, I have photographs. All right. The reason why they're in two-dimensional images is it's not to look like. It's not a photograph of them. It's not supposed to be. I don't know if that's Daniel or Simon Stylites. I think that's Simon Stylites or Simeon Stylites. Here's Daniel. No, that one was probably Daniel Stylites. The Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fire. 30 years in the holy fire. Oh, my favorite one. Well, my second favorite one. Joachim and Anna, or Joachim and Anna. And my favorite one, the life-giving fountain. And I even have that on my cell phone as my home screen and my lock screen. They're not supposed to be photographs. Back then, if you look at Byzantine or Roman art, frescoes, and even sculptures, they looked lifelike. They couldn't do stuff like that until the Renaissance again, after they lost the ability. You know, it took up until like Michelangelo and Leonardo and Bernini to make sculptures like that. But at the time when these icons were written, they definitely could make it look like a photograph. And we have stuff from ancient. Where's that National Geographic where they show a fresco from Rome of a family at the time of right before it was in Pompeii when they just uncovered the ash from Vesuvius. So when somebody makes an icon where it looks lifelike, that's why there's a big problem with the Armenians, the way they write modern icons now, and that's why the Russian Orthodox Church is now restoring icons back. Mount Athos has a huge program where they're having to take off the paint and get down to X-ray it to see what the original image looked like, remove all the modernization, and repair it, because later people came along and said, well, I could do a better job than that. That doesn't look like a person, not understanding the art of iconography, and that icons are not art. They're supposed to be depicting two-dimensional, and the focal point isn't in the picture. It's 3 feet from it. All of monastery icons, where's the focal point in those icons? Directly in the picture. And the modern ones they have, it's as if they're trying to make a painting of the person. Icons are written. Sometimes great iconographers, it can take them up to 10 years to write one icon. because they have to be in a state of prayer. And if they don't, if even if they feel in the mood to be painting, because icons are written, not just painted, they have to be very careful. They have to be in the right meditation, the right prayer, have the right prayer of the heart, and then they can start. And many times they will sit for hours and just reflect and do the say the Jesus prayer, and then they'll begin. Monastery icons, the focal point is off because they were never Orthodox. They just impersonated um, traditionalist Catholic, Eastern Orthodox, and then eventually Coptic Orthodox, and now they're back to traditionalist Roman Catholic. Although they're still an ashram, a Hindu ashram that reads the Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads and puts Hindu blessings to various gods over these so-called icons, which we believe are curses, and we believe they're gods or demons. Now, the Brahman, the Sea of Light, we believe that's the true God, just like the altar of the unknown God in Greece. But the focal point is off. The way they're written, the way it's depicted, is not written, and they're manufactured. There's no. It breaks all of canonical icon writing. It breaks it 100%. I can't understand. Oh no, that's a great place to buy icons. There were people who didn't know better at a parish that I used to go to who brought monastery icons in because they didn't know any better. Because, how would you know unless you read all the critical material on it? And they said, oh, looked at it, it looked funny. Oh, wait, this is Father Bill. He goes, oh, wait. And he turned it on the back and didn't have, skeet icon, monastery skeet, or even St. Anthony's. Because St. Anthony's, like I said, they have the most beautiful icons. Or come and see icons. This is monastery icons. He goes, yep, this is actually a pagan idol. Said, I won't bless it. He actually took an icon off the wall and gave it to them. And he said, we're going to go outside and we're going to burn this. And I'll come to your house and bless your house. Because they actually had we consider those pagan idols. Somebody gave me an icon where it had the image of the father as an old man. And I asked my godfather, who was a subdeacon, what should I do with it? And he said, oh, just, bury it or something. And I'm like, I'll ask Father. So I went and asked the head priest, and he said, burn that. I said, but it had images of other saints on there. He wouldn't burn it. Again, the worst thing, when the heretics and the Antichrist and evil comes, 95% of what they say will be good, but the 5%, just like the little leaven in the dough, goes throughout all of it, right? And that's what we're supposed to do with non-canonical icons, is burn them. There's no other answer. Now, if I had a statue of Buddha, I actually do have a statue of Buddha as a piece of art, but it's not blended with anything Christian. It's not pretended to be Christian. It's never in my prayer corner, and it's just a historical curiosity. And I bought it at TJ Maxx. It was never in a Buddhist temple. It is just a statue of a man, and it's never shown reverence. In fact, I have it painted like one of the aliens from They Live, from the movie They Live, the John Carpenter movie with Roddy Piper and Keith David. No disrespect to Buddhists out there, but yeah, maybe, yeah, I think I can show where I mean, the the ancient Romans and Egyptians knew how to make images that looked exactly like the people. Hopefully, people who were around at that time. I mean, like this. Here's one example, right? That's not an icon. That's not two-dimensional. But that looks closer to a person, accuracy of a person than, our religious icons do. Where's the, oh, here. Look at this. Look at that. Not an icon. There's a reason why icons look the way they do. They are to strike you as strange and not of this world. And they're not a representation of what the person looks like. An exact representation, I should say. It is to get you away from focusing on their physical attributes. And also, the colors they have, what they have in their hands, if they're showing their hands, if their one hand is hidden, if they have a beard or not, all of these things mean something. That's why an icon is red. It's both written and read, and it can teach a lot about theology. I can walk into an Orthodox church, and just by looking at the icons, I can tell who is a martyr, who is a writer, who is a king. I mean, more and more and more and more. Even if I didn't even see the heads of any of the saints on the icons, I would know immediately. Any Orthodox Christian would. Icons are the first form of scripture that we have of the New Testament. All right, peace to you.